We have a vector question here which says in the diagram OP is P, vector OQ is Q, and vector OM is 1/3 of OQ, and that PN and NQ, they're in the ratio of 3:2. Expressed in terms of P and OQ, they want us to find PQ, ON, and PM. Alright, so join me as we break down. But before we go anywhere, we have a problem to tackle. I'm sure if you've noticed, there's this ratio which we need to work out before we even go anywhere. That's it. Once you see a ratio, part diagram, yeah, vector, start by interpreting what that ratio is telling you. This means Pn, okay, this means that Pn is 3. Okay, take note, it's 3. What is the total ratio? 5. So it's 3 out of 5. Now, when you cancel out N and N, what do you remain with? PQ. So it's 3 of PQ. Out of NQ, NQ is 2, but 2 out of what? Total ratio 5 of what? Of PQ. This is how we interpret the ratio. And I hope we are very much okay. So now that the ratio is done, we can now proceed. Let us find PQ. Alright, so let us find PQ. So A. So you would know that PQ, okay, is equal to PO plus OQ. I'll explain why. Where is PQ? PQ is this distance. So we are starting from P, ending on Q. This is what it means. Start from P, end on Q. Take only 2 steps. So for me to move from P to Q, I can take this step, this route, plus this route here. You agree, right? Which will be PO plus OQ. Right? PO and OQ. So this is PO and OQ. But look, how is PO moving? It's moving in the opposite direction. Because OP is going with the arrow up, so PO is moving in the negative direction. That means OP is just negative P plus OQ has been given to BQ. You are done. It's okay even if you can say P minus Q. Well, others you can say, sorry, Q minus P. This is still the same. Alright, this is still the same. We go to B. B says we need to find ON. ON. So let me just get rid of these two and our friend there. So ON. Let's go back to the diagram. So ON is here. This is a line ON. So the question is, how can we move from O to N? Only 2 steps. That's what the question is asking us to do. So we can move, if you want, we can move OQ to QN, you still find it. Or you can say OP to PN, it's okay. The answers will be the same. So we can say we move OP plus what? PN. Now take note that OP is known, it's just P. Plus, what is PN? PN from the ratio, what is PN? PN is 3 over 5 of PQ. So we are saying 3 over 5 of what? PQ. But what is PQ? PQ is this one here. So we are going to put Q minus P. We need to simplify this one, by the way. So this is P. 3 over 5 times Q, we get 3 over 5 of Q. Then we also get 3 over 5 of P. This one and this one can be collected together because they are like terms. They all have got P. So we can say P minus 3 over 5 P plus 3 over 5 Q. So here we can say common denominator is what? 5, 1. So I get 5P minus what? 3P. plus 3 over 5 what? Q. So moving on to the other side, what 5p minus 3p? We get 2 over 5, then what? P plus 3 over 5, then what? Q. Like that. That is ON. So that is our ON. This is why I said interpret the ratio first, because you need it somewhere. Okay. Then we have PM. PM, how do we move? PM, where's PM? PM is okay, from there all the way up to here. So, well, they have given us what OM is, so we can use that OM. So we can move PO to OM. Would have reached M all the way from P. So we move like that. Again from that. Only 2 steps are needed, right? Because we are talking about in 2 dimension only. No what? Not 3. Just 2. 1, 2. And we're done there. We are done. Alright, so only 2 steps. That's why we are only taking 2 steps. So PM, we can just move from PO and OM. So we are saying number 3. Is it C? PM is equal to PO plus ka OM kaja kangono. Now PO is just what? P, right? Is it? PO is opposite of OP. So I'm going to put negative there. Plus OM. What pasa kudala? OM is 1 over 3. So they are saying 1 over 3 of OQ. OQ. But what is OQ? OQ is just Q itself. Right? Yeah, so just putting what? Q. We can now evaluate it. So we are saying 1 over 3 and what? Q. We're done. You don't have to go anywhere. We're done. This is just the negative there. If you want, you can say 1 over 3 Q minus P. There's no problem. So thank you so much for following this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok and Facebook. You can also start your online classes soon before you go into your exams.